Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanisha, and I'm the owner of Sentai Candles, an anime-inspired candles and goods company based out of Japan. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this kind of content, please feel free to like and subscribe for more. Thanks. I think like one of the things they don't really talk about when owning a business is how to manage disappointment, especially when you're by yourself. And I'm fortunate enough, like I have my husband and my daughter, and they're both really supportive and they like help me out and stuff. But I mean, this is like my thing, and for the most part I do it by myself. So but it's just hard to like constantly have to reassure yourself, especially when things, the way you plan them, they just don't go that way. And so you're kind of just left to just like dust yourself off and just keep going. And it's not always easy to just do that. At least for me, it's not. It's like not easy. Because then I kind of just question, like, what am I thinking? You know, is this gonna even be like successful or viable? I'm like, is it just in my head? You know, I don't know, that fear like just comes over me, and then I just feel like I can't manage, and I just want to give up and just like be done. But like there's always like that little glimmer of like hope where I'm like, no, like I really think I got this, you know, like I think it's so cool, and I don't know, maybe other people think it's cool too and don't want to support me. But you know, what can you just gotta keep going and then just seeing what works out, right? So I added these cute little gems to my strawberry and vanilla scented candle. I love the label, it's so cute. It's called You Had Me at Senpai. I think it's clever, I don't know. It's like kind of nerdy, but whatever. I like it. I hope other people get it. And I added these little like XOXOs. It's like Valentine's Day inspired, but it smells so good. It's like, I don't know, it reminds me of, this is like oddly like specific, but if you remember like the halls, they had like these cough drops. They were like berry flavored, but that's what it smells like. It just smells like super sweet. I like it. But I have to like warm up the tops. I mean, the tops look good, but just so that these little embellishments don't move, I'm just gonna heat it up. Keep it cute, you know. And when you're using the heat gun, you want to like keep it moving, because if you just concentrate it in one spot, like it can kind of leave it a little messy. You don't want that. So I like to move it around. I also made minis. They're so cute. I didn't want to do the iridescent label for the minis. I don't know, I feel like it's just, I kind of like the white label. It's like a, I don't know if you can tell. This camera's trash, but it's kind of like pearly. It's like a pearlescent label, but it has like a little bit of shimmer to it. It's kind of cute, but I messed up, so I'm just gonna try and fix it. So for my labels, I actually get them made. There's like a vendor, I guess that's what they call it, vendor on AliExpress. I just like send him like the file and then what type of paper, the size, and they'll print it and cut it. It's pretty inexpensive. And the minimum order is low-ish. It's like 100. Like 100 each one. And so for like each kind, I was printing them for a while, but my printer, it's like such, I don't know. I didn't realize, like, let me put this other way. But like HP is like not a thing here in Japan really, so finding ink was like really difficult. And then when I did find it, they wanted like, I found it before, and it was like maybe like $80 was my voice, $80, which is cool. I was like, okay, but the ink did not last like a lot. And mind you, the only thing I was printing were labels. Like, I wasn't really printing a bunch of other stuff, just labels. And it didn't even last like a month. It was like out. And then, just let me show you. So cute. I love this. So pretty. It like lasted a month. And then I went to order some more. And the same ink, mind you, the same ink, they wanted like $150. I was like, oh. I was like, that's more than a printer. I'm not gonna pay for that. That's like way too much. That's way too much. So, and then these are my lids. These are my candle lids. I stamp them. I use that. It's cute. That's my logo. And I also got it made on AliExpress. I use AliExpress a lot because I live in Japan and it's just easier for shipment. This is another one of my candles. It's Pretty Girls Slay Demons. It's hard to see. Sorry. It's hard to see. But Pretty Girls Slay Demons. You see that? No, maybe? No. So I just have to like redo the tops. They're not as good as I want them to be. So I like to remelt the tops before I put the little accoutrements on them, on top, like on the candle. Now, where are my things? Oh. Just so it has like a smooth base. I have a smooth base to work with. So this one is like one of my Demon Slayer inspired candles. I don't know if you can see. It's like really hard because it's a holographic label. But I designed each one of them. And they have like the kimono pattern for like 3 of the girls that are on the show. And the scent, I should tell you the scent. It's a dark rose and labyrinth. I think that's how you say that. Labyrinth. It smells so good. It smells like money. I don't know. It just smells like a luxury perfume. It's so nice. And the way it burns, because like at first, like initially it's kind of strong, but it burns like very soft, like almost powdery. But I'll show you at the end. So cute. Alright. It moves. I'll show you at the end. I'll show you when I'm like done. But yeah. And just like everything else, like I source these on AliExpress. Only because like shipping is like significantly faster for me. But if you want to add like cute little accessories to your candles, I highly recommend that you make sure that whatever you're gonna add is like flame resistant. And that you test. Like testing is so important, you know? Like, I do really small batches. So I'll do like 4 to 6 scents at a time. Or 4 to 6 candles for each scent at a time. Because I've made the mistake before of just doing like a mass amount of like one scent and then it's just not popular. And I mean, I can do a whole video on like the mistakes that I've made in the past when it comes to this business. Because I actually been doing this for like 4 years. Like I started this during the pandemic. And I still don't have a website up. But that's a story for another day. If you guys want to hear about it, it's kind of crazy. It was a lot of lessons learned, a lot of money spent and wasted, but you know, we're here now and we can only get better, right? It smells so good. It smells so good. Okay. And then this is the final product. She's so cute. I love it. It's so pretty. So pretty. Oh. And then I just have to throw a label on this one. But yeah, like I've made so many mistakes when it comes to this business. I've made so many mistakes when it comes to this business. Like my initial candle business was under a different name. There was a different aesthetic to it, everything. Like I actually spent money to get like the branding done on it, and you know, I had a different vision for what my business was going to be, but ultimately it didn't really speak to who I was, and like I felt like I was just following a trend, which I don't recommend. You know, if you ever want to go into business, like really find your niche. That's like unique to you and what you like and what you love, because you're the one that's representing it. You're the one that's the face of it. And I mean, it was good. There was a lot of traction and people liked it, but I just felt like inauthentic whenever I presented it or even talked about it, because I was just like, this is like not me at my core. So yeah, I had to like scrap that and just start over. She's cute. I wish you guys could see it better. This camera. I'm using my iPad. We gotta start somewhere. So, but yeah, it's pretty. It's really pretty. Like if you see it like in person. But so I have to prep this candle as well. So cute. It smells like forest spirit. And it's a cloudberry balsam scent. It's more Christmassy. You know, it kind of has like that pine, foresty scent. And it's design. Like my inspiration on it was my neighbor Totoro. It's so cute. It was supposed to be my Christmas scent. But I try to pick fragrances that are kind of year-roundish. Because, I don't know. I don't like to wait. Especially me. I like warm scents. I like caramel-y, sweets. Like heavier scents. I don't know if they're heavier, but they're heavy to me. And I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait till like the fall time just to get them. So, I don't know. It's like my whole thing. It's like, if that's what you like to burn, like it should be accessible all year round. Instead of like once a year, and you're like panic buying, you're buying a whole bunch. I don't know. I just think it's more sustainable. Is that the right word? To just buy exactly what it is that you want and not just buy things because it's like in season. But I don't know, it's just me. My candles are a little dusty, so I'm just trying to like clean it up before I take the heat gun to it. Sorry for my voice. I'm getting over a cold / allergies. Talking about like some of the mistakes I made like earlier on when I started this back in 2019. It makes me kind of cringe when I think about it because so much time has passed and like I truly don't have anything to show for it. But like I know what my journey was and like I know that I've like overcame a lot. Like those 4 years, like I had like major life changes and yeah, so you know, from like the outside looking in, like people might be like, oh, like you still don't even have a website up, you know, but like I know like all that I had to do to like get to where I am like now. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I made like a lot of mistakes and like even these candles are like an example of a mistake I made. You know, like despite like learning all my mistakes, like this is another like prime example. I made a bunch of these for like the Christmas season because I thought that would be like such a hit, you know, and they were not. They were not as popular as I thought they were gonna be. Like I may have sold one. But this is like all in person. These are all like in person like sales. So maybe there's more of a market for them like online. And my goal to like open up my shop, like my online website is March 1st. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but you know what? I'm just gonna try. And then I don't even know how that's gonna go, like if people are even going to like go on my website because I'm not doing Etsy, you know? So just it's kind of scary, especially like just putting yourself out there. Like you don't know the response, you don't know how people are gonna like see it. But yeah, these candles, big mistake. I made a lot. Like I made not a lot, I guess, like in the grand scheme of things, but for me, like for the amount that I normally do, I made like 10 candles with this scent, and they was just not like people were. They really didn't care for like just like foresty smell. I don't know. But yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. So pretty. I think that's like my favorite thing about like my branding, I guess, and like my candles. They're like so unique. They're all different, like, and I try to put a lot of thought into like each little thing that I do, like the labels, the little things that I add like onto the candles, and the names. Like you know, like I don't know. Just it might just be for me, but like my goal this year, like I have a lot of goals, you know. Obviously opening up my website. Just like becoming more marketable and people like finding me either like through word of mouth, through socials. I'm really hoping like before the end of the year I can probably start sending out like PR packages to like really small like micro influencers or content creators. But yeah. All done. So cute. So now I just have to add the labels to two of these. Just gonna. So pretty. It's so pretty. Ah. Yeah. I kind of like having the stickers like pre-made because it's like one less thing I have to do. You know, like I already have to do so much, and like making stickers, printing them out, and then having to cut them like takes up so much time. Like time that I can be using to either make more candles, do more inventory, I don't know, just doing something else. Like having the stickers already pre-made is like so it's like a relief almost. And like I will do it myself if I had like, oh, it's getting crazy, if I had like a Cricut, but I don't. So I was like manually cutting each label, like manually having to cut it. It was such a pain. It's so good. I think like one of the things that are not often talked about for being like a business owner, but especially a small business owner, ones that kind of just do it all on their own, is how to deal with taking losses. You know, like this past weekend, I was actually supposed to be a vendor at another event. Well, I applied for it, but I didn't get accepted because the event coordinator had a relationship with a previous candle maker, and so she got accepted to it, and they didn't want to have more than one of the same kind of vendor at the event, which I understand. It's completely like acceptable, but you know, it was still kind of discouraging because there's not a lot of events out here that I can participate in. And so I was really looking forward to doing like the one last weekend and to be able to do one this weekend. But nonetheless, like, I'm so grateful that the one coming up this weekend is so available, and like I was already accepted as a vendor. So, but yeah, it's kind of difficult sometimes. This candle. I love this candle. I love the design that I came up with, but it's so tedious. I have to put these like little, I don't even want to, I'm like scared to show you. Oh, see, it moves. So, no. I have to make these like little X's. So tedious. Okay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. Hopefully, I'm gonna try and like source like tape, just so it takes up less time, especially once I start getting like larger orders or making larger batches. I can talk. Batches, because otherwise like this is like so time consuming. And time is money, you know, unfortunately, time is money. Okay, all done. Finally. It took so long. Okay. smells so good. It smells so good. I don't think I told you guys the scent, but it's a coffee bean and cocoa, coffee bean and cocoa, but it smells so good. Oh, okay, let's drink it. So good. So, and it's the name is Roasted and Resurrected. It's so clever, I think. It's so clever, right? But it's a Tokyo Ghoul inspired candle. It's like one of my favorite animes. It's cool. Alright, so I decided to throw a sticker on one of these. So I have like 4 more, but I don't think I'm gonna make them because I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, am I gonna sell more than 4? I don't think so. So, but then I'm like, what if it's really popular? I shoot myself in the foot. Looks good. Oh, this is the design. This is the label design.